So what's going on, guys? It's Sneaks XD, and I actually haven't put out a video in maybe about 3-4 days, probably longer than that. But enough talking, let's just hop right into the story time. So a little info about the current high school that I go to. Let's just say it's pretty big, and it's split up into several different buildings, and one of the buildings is filled with a bunch of, like, I'll say the school staff. And one time during my 7th period, which at my school is the last period of the day, we were having a test, and we went to that building from our normal classroom to have a test on the computers. And midway through the test, I had to go use the bathroom. I don't know what I ate for lunch that day, but it had my stomach hurting. So I had to go to the bathroom. I told my teacher, and he said, yeah. So I go to the bathroom, and I sit down, and I get out on my phone. I just started getting on like Snapchat and Instagram and stuff like that, and Twitter. And I'm just looking through my phone, and I had some music playing through my headphones as well. So I couldn't really hear anything else that was going on around me. Funny thing is, a guy who was in the stall next to me was playing Temple Run, and I heard him getting hella frustrated, and I just thought that was pretty funny. But fast forward, he leaves, and I'm just sitting there still on my phone listening to music. And I hear somebody walk in. It sounded like a grown man. And I don't know what they were saying because I had my headphones in. All I heard was like a bunch of like loud mumbling, and then something along the words of like Netflix or something like that. I don't know, it was just really random. This guy walks into the stall next to me, and I see his shoes, and I knew for a fact that it wasn't a student because he was wearing black dress shoes and like some gray khaki pants. And then next thing you know, I see one foot disappear off the ground, then I see his second foot disappear off the ground, and I look up and I see this guy just looking over the stall, staring at me for like a good second. And then he just got down and walked off without saying anything. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but that was my phone. But yeah, anyway, so he just got down and walked off, and he didn't say a word to me the whole time. And at first, I didn't even think too much of it. But then after a few seconds, I sat there and thought to myself, hold on a second. A grown man just looked over the stall at me. So it hit me, and I couldn't help but feel slightly violated. So I finished, and I got up, and I went back to my class, and I told the teacher, and he told me to just go to the office and tell them because there wasn't nothing he could do about it, and I knew that. So I went up to the office, and I told one of the staff members about it, one of the head staff members, and he asked me to describe him and everything, and I did. I told him he was wearing black dress shoes, he had khakis, he was bald, like yada yada. And luckily they had cameras where the outside of the bathroom was, so they were able to tell and like see who he was. But the only thing is, after I left the office, I didn't get a call back from them until like the next week. So it took these guys a whole week just to call me back up to the office, and even then they didn't even look at the cameras. So I get called up to the office, and the guy who I talked to was not even up there, so I'm just sitting up there lost. And one of the school police officers who was in his office happened to see me, and he called me and he asked for my name and whatnot. He asked me did I have a bathroom incident last week, and I was like, yeah. But then I don't know how he found out about it, but he sat me down and we talked about it. The whole time I'm thinking this teacher was just some pedo just looking at me through the stall, but that actually was not the case. So I gave the officer the information and whatnot, and we both looked through the cameras, and I swear it felt like I was on Forensic Files or something like that, because this cop was like a freaking detective. We both looked at the cameras, and he basically determined this guy actually wasn't who I thought him to be at all. It actually turns out that according to the cameras, he was just a regular teacher walking by, and another teacher who was standing outside of the bathrooms was looking for someone. And when he was walking by, she stopped him, and I guess she asked him to go look in the bathroom for a specific person, and he said yes, and he walked in, and he was just looking for someone, and he stood on the stall and looked over to see if I was the person they were looking for. And I felt a little relieved after hearing this, but it still doesn't justify the fact that he looked over a stall at someone. Like you don't do that. But once again, I felt relieved, and I also felt still a little weirded out because he looked over the stall. But anyway, that's pretty much the story, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And please make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And I actually have some pretty funny stories that I've been waiting to share, and I look forward to doing those sometime in the future. But anyway, I'm Sneaks XD, and peace out.